we need to appreciate this pass of the season. Like, because if that was KDB, if that was Kevin De Bruyne, oh my god. But if Joe Willock does it outside of the boot, it's all right. No,
But you know what?
listen.
You have to understand. You have to understand. Okay, KDB does this every single game of every single season against the best teams in the world. I'm here for Willoquinho. I'm here for it. But here's the thing: we got to give the kid time to grow. Because when we start expecting that kind of pass against Everton, it's going to be on him. Okay, we can't look for that pass every game. Here's the thing about the pass, yeah. The reason why I love it and I like that's gone under the radar. No one knew he was going to do that. Watch the clip again, yeah. Watch the clip again. The ball comes to him from Bruno, yeah. He just stops. Looks for his BFF now. That's why I call them the BFF, because he loved Isak, right? He looks up and he sees him and he says, "Hey, I got something for you." Hey, Pete, when the ball went through, yeah, I mean, you know you can play that pass in FIFA, innit? You know you play that pass in FIFA every single time, and it falls directly to your player's feet. But it's FIFA. In real life, you're like, ain't nobody touching that kind of pass like that. Yo, the player cut out the last defender and landed to the point, you know, like in golf, where you swing the ball just close enough to the hole, just enough for Isak to take a first touch. And once Isak took the first touch, I looked at the defender and said, "You know what? Respect to you for believing that you should at least chase the man in it," because he knew I ain't catching his brother.
It was the thing that I loved about it is that he didn't even break stride. So Isak was running in a straight line, and all of a sudden the ball touches his foot, and it's like he needed to break stride to get into that position in front of the goal. And as soon as he takes that first touch and he just kind of glides through, you know it's a goal.
You know how you set up your own goal? He lined up that angle because he knew I take it this way, Loach is gonna do that, and I'm just gonna tuck it in. But he was effortless.
He's a sharpshooter. Alexander Isak is a sharpshooter. He knows where the net is. He don't.
But I got to put to you, man. Willoquinho for England. What are you saying?
You know what? Here's the thing, yeah. I think I don't see where he fits in the current setup, because I don't know how what's the homeboy Southgate. I don't know how he sets them up where he's going to utilize Willock. I don't care who England pick, but if you're gonna pick Willock, don't pick him because you everyone's asking for me to pick him in it. If you have no plans to use him, just don't pick him in it, because he's a very good attacking, on the verge of an attacking midfielder now. Like he's trying to understand who he is as a player. You saw the pass yesterday in it, but Southgate ain't gonna set up a team for Willoquinho he's gonna set up a team for Willock, not Willoquinho.
For me, he's got another year until the Euros. He's looking at building a squad that's going to be ready for the Euros. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'll put it out there. Newcastle United is sitting third in the Premier League. A big reason why Newcastle United is sitting third in the Premier League, and I'll throw one other player in there, is not just because of Joe Willock, it's because of Sean Longstaff.
100%.
Banging the drum for both of those players. In particular, Sean Longstaff since November, but more recently Joe Willock, is because these guys have been consistent. They've been putting consistent performances in all season, right? And Newcastle United are the unfashionable club at the moment because they tend to go with the top six. Now, if you're picking man from Palace, Conor Gallagher last season at Palace, picking him at Chelsea, the guy's playing like 2 minutes a week. Like, if you're going to pick guys like that over Joe Willock, who's playing 90 minutes every week and playing well, then you're only shooting yourself in the foot. He has to look at players like that. And actually, what's filled me with confidence that the likes of Joe Willock and Sean Longstaff can be considered for Newcastle is the fact that people like on Sky Sports, Jamie Redknapp in the last 2 weeks has been banging the drum for Joe Willock. He's been talking up Joe Willock for the last 2 weeks and been saying, I really like what I'm seeing from him. I really think he deserves to be given an England shot. And when you've got people on Sky banging the drum for you and fighting the cause, that can only help your opportunity. And I genuinely believe that at least one of them, if not both, will be called up for internationals at the end of the season. I genuinely believe that because these boys have proven over the course of a season that they are ready to be given an opportunity. Now, You've got people like Henderson that are coming towards the end of their careers, like that like even Liverpool fans want rid of him at Liverpool. They're like, he's done, he's finished, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. You've got people like that. Calvin Phillips is not even getting minutes.
Come on, bro.
Decent player, but he's got a lot of injury problems, and he ain't even getting minutes at Man City. Like, there is no reason why a Sean Longstaff or a Joe Willock cannot sit in games alongside a Declan Rice and play that role and be given the opportunity. If they don't play well, and if they sink, fair enough.
Then he's Mason Mount.
Yeah, exactly. but Mason Mount has barely kicked a ball. He's been to a couple of competitions. He's been absolutely shite this season.
No, just runs.
Yeah, and you know what? Someone like Mason Mount, who is demanding from clubs like Liverpool and Newcastle that if we sign him, he wants 250 plus grand a week. You're crazy. Laugh, because he ain't put any performances in that deserves that. Willock and Longstaff have outperformed him all season. Mason Mount name, they've outperformed him all season, and they deserve their shot at the title. They deserve their shot at a chance of getting an England cap. So for me, like, a lot of people outside of Newcastle don't really know about Willock. There's a couple people.
Or Longstaff, no laugh. It's cool.
A couple of Arsenal fans are going, "Oh, Willock, mind him back in our team. Like, he's a good player." We've been saying that for months now. That he's been.
Listen.
And you know what? Someone like a Willock could have been the difference between them winning the league and not, because he gives them something different, and he's tearing it up and he's loving it at Newcastle right now.
Do you know what I've learned from Willock? Like, what Willock taught me, Willock and Longstaff, to be honest with you, is understanding. Actually, the whole Newcastle story is understanding that you get a good coach and players with talent, not just talent, but players that are willing to do the work. You will see the improvement and you will start to appreciate it. I was proper harsh on Willock early doors. Like, why is he misplacing passes? Forgetting he's 23. He's a kid. He's learning it. But one thing I've seen, because I follow him on Instagram, and I don't follow him, but I watch everybody's Instagram posts after the games because I'm a fan like that. And he's such a humble kid, and he loves Newcastle, bro. Like, he loves the club. He loves it there. He loves playing with Isak. He wants ballers in the team, and he's trying to do that too. That's amazing. Like, he's trying to get better. As for Sean Longstaff, bro, it wasn't until the Villa game. This is me. The whole Villa game, I was sitting there thinking, something not right. Something not hooking here. Anthony, where's Sean Longstaff? Bro, like, for people that thought, he had no talent, and this is the thing about, we all have to learn about football. It's all good to have blonde hair and, dark streaks with a tattoo on of a teardrop because your homies died in the past on your eye and all that little flirting. But shout out to the man them who understand that, listen, boss, what you want me to mark out paying for the game? I'll do that. I'll sacrifice the yards. Longstaff keeps the ball ticking. Longstaff makes short passes. He covers ground. He got the assist for Isak. No one said nothing about that. He got the assist. So he's been, for me, and here's the thing. We've talked about player of the season all year. Joe Linton's, Bruno's. Sean Longstaff is a candidate for our player of the season because he's one big unsung hero. And watch him off the camera. Watch him off cam. Never complaining, never moaning. Everyone loves him. So big shout out to Sean Longstaff.
He's a joker. Honestly, he's the one that's creating the jokes in the team. He's the laugh. He's the one that's creating the moments where everyone's pissing themselves off, and he's the one that connects everything together.
I think, did you see his post? Did you see his comment on Elliot's post? Because Elliot posted after the Nottingham game, great game. I'm glad he didn't go in, but we keep moving. Longstaff comments, the only Jordy's allowed to score are me and Burn.
exactly that. And he's the joker, and he don't mess around. And you know what? Like, you're absolutely spot on. These guys don't get the recognition they deserve. I call Sean Longstaff the firefighter. He just puts out all the fires across the pitch.
I call him Jordy Darren Fletcher.
Nobody
he's our Darren Fletcher
now is seeing it. Darren Fletcher was the same. Jason Park was the same at Man United. There were many others at Chelsea, Man City, all those big teams that end up going on to win something have a player like that. He just goes about his business, just putting out fires, and just like, literally, you watch that game back. He just puts out fires. He wins the ball. He goes to Bruno,
trips.
He gives the ball to Joe Linton. Go do your thing.
Go do your thing.
Trippier, go do your thing. And he just wins the ball and just gives it to them, man, and they go and do their business. That's
and Pete, sometimes it gets good to him. So I'm gonna run into the box.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Because actually, from distance and actually his passing range is decent. It's good.
Very decent.
It's got a good range. So when it comes to it, he's got the ability to bring those moments. And that's an added bonus. But actually, the putting out the fires is the key element that he brings to this team.